Good morning once again to all. Uh, I, Bhuvnesh Kumar, working as an assistant professor in CSC department. And from today's onward, I will taught you a subject that is software engineering. Okay. And the subject code of this subject is ACCS 16504. Okay. First of all, we will go through the overview of this subject, the syllabi that we will study in this subject, that I will show you a part-wise division is there. Okay, then what a lab part we will perform in our practical. Then we will go for a division of your MSTs and assignment marks, and how you will perform your assignment and your MSTs. Okay, first of all, the syllabus that we will study in this subject is first part of software engineering is your evolution and impact of software engineering. Means from where your software engineering came, the history of your software engineering, and nowadays what benefits are there of your this engineering field, that is your software engineering. Okay, then we will study the agile softwares, and this all software engineering concept is related to your how we will develop a software. Okay, software development technique we will study. There are different models, there are software development life cycle that we will study, and these are benefited for us to develop your software. Okay, and software of any type, your application software, your desktop software. Okay, and all that software goes through your software development life cycle. Okay, and further there is a software life cycle model, and there are different type of life cycle models, that is waterfall model. Okay, and we will develop the software with these concepts. We will use waterfall model, we can use prototype model. Prototype is your toy like model. Okay, models to create a proper software. We will use any of these models to develop your software. Then there is an evolutionary model, then spiral model is there. Okay, we will study each and every model in this subject to develop your software. Okay, then there is a feasibility study, then functional non-function requirements. What do you mean by requirement gathering? Okay, and this all concept we will study in a part one. Then there is a part two. There in part two we will study the DFDs, that is data flow diagrams, structure chart, unified modeling language, and these are the structure. The software structure is mentioned in your second part. First of all, we will develop the software, then we will create a structure of that, means a flow structure. Okay, then there is a concept of coding standard. How will we will use this proper standard for a coding for our software. Okay, and these all goes through a different phases. First of all, we will collect feasibility studies, then function requirement is there, requirement gathering is there, and further we will perform a planning, then we will create a design, then we will go for a coding, then we will go for a testing, and after that we will implement it, and further the last phase is your maintenance. This is the proper phase to develop a software, and we will go through this while developing any type of software. Okay, next in part 3, there are testing. I have told you that when we are perform a coding, or we have implement a code for our software, then there is a next phase, that is testing. And there are further different type of testing. There is a white box testing, black box testing. What does this mean? We will study in a part 3 concept. Okay. Then there is a quality assurance concept is there. After testing, after proper coding, our code should be a quality code. Okay, the software that we have developed, it should have a quality. And how we will maintain that quality, that we will study in a software quality insurance concept. Okay, there are formal technique reviews. Then there is standards for quality insurance. Here it is, quality insurance standard is there. That is, there are ISO standards, there are CMM standards, there are TQM standard, that is total quality management. Then Six Sigma is a tool used to maintain your quality of your software that you have developed. Okay. Then further part 4 is for your version control, change management. Means now you are working on your maintenance concept. You have handed over your software to your customer or to your user, and now you are maintaining your software. Okay, this is your last phase to control your product or to maintain your product. This is come under your part 4, and this is the complete stable. We will go through step by step from a starting phase to your last phase, and I will again repeat that phase. First phase is your requirement analysis. Okay, then you have to gather your requirements, then you have to plan your product that you have to develop. Planning should be there. Okay, then there is a design of that product, the software you want to develop. First of all, you make a design, a simple design. Okay, then you go for your coding. Then after coding, you have to test that code. Testing should be there. Okay, and after testing, you have to implement it and hand over your product or your software to your customer, so that he can use and give you a feedback. While you receiving a feedback, you have to maintain it. Okay, you have to maintain. Like you are using your Android, now I am telling an example of it. You are using Android phones. Okay, but organization of your Android, that is Google, the Android is developed by your Google. There are different versions after your 2 or 3 months, and you will update that version on your mobile phone. Okay, and this Android is a type of a software, or Google or Android providing you a services, and you are using it. You are the user, and the developers of Android is a Google organization. Okay, they are developing, they are giving a service to your user or to you, and you are using that software, and they are keep maintaining it and keep modifying it time to time. And these all are going through a SDLC, that is software development life cycle model. They are maintaining that product or developing the product for their user by a different SDLC model. Okay, and that all goes through a step by step or in a different phases concept. Next is your course outcome. Okay, after study this course, what outcome will be there? Okay, first is you, to analyze a problem, identify and define the computing requirement, approve its solution. Means when you go through this subject, then you can analyze the problem. What type of problem is there? What user want? What customer want from you? And you have to identify that problem and develop a proper software for that user or for that customer. Okay, like you are using a WhatsApp on your mobile phone. WhatsApp is a product of Facebook now. Okay, and that Facebook is providing you a services, and we are the users, but developer is of Facebook. Okay, and Facebook developing his software, giving a services to the user, means they are analyzing the problem. Like on WhatsApp, there is a option of online payment. Now there is an option of online payment. Okay, Facebook realized that a customer need now a payment module in his application. Okay, Facebook realized that he wants to add a payment app, module in his application. He clicked the feedback from the users. Okay, and he modified his application and added another module, that is a payment module. Okay, he analyzed the problem, he identified it, and defined a computing requirement. Means he collected the requirements and make an appropriate solution and provided that services, that is a online payment services, to his user. This is the outcome, and this concept we will also go through in our concept, that is a software engineering, and how we will develop that, how we will maintain that product. Okay, next is an ability to design, implement, and evaluate a computer based system processes or your components or your programs. Okay, if you understand each and every concept, you can design your product. Okay, or launch that product on internet. If you have a good feedback from that, you can go for a more modification on that. Okay, that is an ability to design and implement your computer based system. Next is an ability to function effectively on team to accomplish a common goal. Okay, next point it says when we when a when I will develop a single software and I will got a good feedback from it, and I will go for a more modules in it. I will add more modules, and I will select a proper team. Okay, I will go for a big organization, and I will select a good software engineers who can work under me or in a teamwork to accomplish your goal. Okay, then I will make my own organization and develop different type of softwares, and I have also a team member in my organization. That is an ability to function effectively on a team to accomplish a common goal. Then next point is an understanding of professional. When I am get experience in software engineering or develop more than 100 of softwares, then I will become a professional in that. Okay, that is an understanding of professional, ethical, legal, and security and social issues can be done by me. Okay, if there is any problem, I can solve it easily because I have an experience in my software engineering concept. Okay, I can make a secure product, and I have all the responsibilities while developing a particular software, because I have to give a effective product and a reliable product to my users. Okay, that fourth point says an understanding of professional, ethical, legal, security, and social issues and responsibilities. If I got professional, I will handle each and every problem of my user. And I also understand the problem of my team members that are working under me. Okay, that is a ethical concept. I will take work from my team members ethically. Then last point it says that an ability to use the technique, skills, and modern engineering tools that is necessary for engineering practice. And if I have a proper experience, I will use a proper technique. If I am using a C++ concept or developing for my software or my application, nowadays I am connected with the technology and I should go for a Python or for a Java language to develop a particular software. Okay, that is an ability to use techniques. Okay, skills and modern techniques to develop my software for my users. Okay, that is outcomes after studying each and every concept of your software engineering. This is the outcome. Then there is a division of your section and assignment that each and every teacher have told you. There is an first assignment and it is made from section A and section B, means your part 1 and part 2 combines your assignment 1, and section C will have a assignment 2, means from section C or part 3 concept we will make assignment 2 and you have to solve that assignment. Then there is a assignment 3 and that is from your part 4 or your section D. Okay, section D or a part 4 of your syllabus. That concept we will study, and the question from that section will be provided to you as an assignment. Okay, then each assignment will be of two sections, that is section A and section B. Section A will have 6 questions, 2 marks each, and section B has 3 questions, 4 marks each, and that is of 12 and 12 marks. That total assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3, each of 24 marks. Okay, then there is a sessional exam, that is your MST1. Okay, section A plus section B, means your part A, part 1, part 2 combines, and from that section, both section, you will get your question, and that is your sessional one, that is MST1. Then section C and section B, that is part 3 and part 4 combines your sessional 2, and this sessional 1 and sessional 2 is maximum marks of 30. Okay, and this is for your day 1, day 3, day 4 is for your offline concept. Okay, this is offline concept, but nowadays you are going for online. Then there is no break. Day 1 first paper will be there, day 2 second paper, according to your subject. Okay, how many subject you have? If you have 5 subjects, then there is a 5 days for your MSTs or your sessional. Okay, then next slide says what applications you will develop. Okay, what application you can develop when you study your software engineering subject. Okay, first is your business software you can develop, that is enterprise applications can be developed by you after study this complete step. You should have a knowledge of software engineering, that is a technique. Okay, but you should also have a knowledge of language also. You should have a language, you should know your C++, but technique can be used by your software engineering subject. Okay, but the concept or your language you should know, that is a C++, Java, your Python or your PHP. Okay, PHP for web applications. Okay, and C++, Java, and your Python is for your desktop application. Okay, and after using a technique of software engineering, you will develop your business app software. Okay, then you can also analyze your product. If you have a knowledge of software engineering, then you also go for software analysis. There is a profile, there is a profile that is, there is a job profile of software analysis. There is a profile of software testing. There is a profile of software development. Okay, these are different profiles in your software engineering, job profiles. Okay, after, when you go for your placement or your placement drives, they asked your option. If you go for your software development or for software testing, that is software tester, or for software analyzer, there are different profiles. Okay, and this is a profile. Second point is analytics, means you go and go for your software analysis. Then application is your, you will develop your banking application. Okay, using your SDLC models, and you should also have a knowledge of your programming language. Then you will also develop your commerce applications, that is business application is there. You can develop compilers. Okay, compiler can be developed, text editor can be developed, communication applications like voice voice app, your like a WhatsApp, you are using your voice call, that is a communication applications can be developed. Then computer graphics concept can also be used in your programming language, as well as you also use the technique of your software engineering to develop a graphic concept. Okay, then embedded system concept. In embedded system, you also have a knowledge of your software engineering. Then you will develop your embedded system and you will code that system. Then real-time operating systems or your real-time system concept, like you are using your IRCTC. Okay, IRCTC app, that is a railway reservation app is there. That is a real-time application. Okay, your Google Map. Okay, that is a real-time application. This type of application can also be developed, and in this there is a concept of software engineering also. Okay, why? Because we are using a different model to develop that application models. And I have told you that there are different models. That is a waterfall model, there is a spiral model. Okay, there is a evolutionary model, and these models are used to make a design and to develop your proper application. And coding is done in your language only. Okay, coding concept is also there. There is a phase, coding phase, but in a coding you should also have a knowledge of your programming language. Okay, this is all about your overview of software engineering. Now we will start our first topic, that is software evolution. Okay, topic is your software evolution. And this is evolution means from where your software engineering concept starts and up to what stage it is reached. Okay, from where it is start means history of your software engineering. Okay, that we will study in this presentation. First of all, we will go for an objectives. After going through this unit, means this is your first unit and this is your first concept or first unit, that is a part one concept, that is evolution, software evolution. Understanding the evolving nature of software development. First objective is to understand the evolving nature of software development. Okay, evolving means from where it is started and up to which stage it is reached now. Okay, in your 21st century. Then second objective is its basic of software development, means we will study how to develop a software. Okay, we have only used the software, we are using online applications, we are using web applications, we are using a desktop application, but we do not know how these applications develop. Okay, and this concept we will study in software engineering. Okay, your life cycle models we will study. That is a basic of software development should be studied in this subject. Then engineering behind software development. Okay, what engineering we will use, what techniques we use to develop a software. Then different phases to develop your software. And I have told you different phases. First is your requirement gathering. We have to gather a requirement. Okay, then analyze it. After collecting your requirement, we have to analyze it. Okay, then we have to design it. Then we have to make a code of that, and we have to implement that design through a coding. Okay, in this we will have a knowledge of different language. Then we will test that code. Okay, then we will test that code. Testing phase is there. Then we will hand over your product that you have made your software to your user or to launch that product on internet. Okay, then we will go for a feedback from it, or you will get a feed from your user, and after that you will maintain that product. If there is any problem, you have to maintain that product or modify that product. Each modify and your maintenance or control, all steps comes under your which phase, that is maintenance. First phase is requirement gathering and analysis. Second phase is your design. Then you have to coding, perform a coding on that. Then there is a testing. Then there is an implementation. Then there is your testing and implementation combines. This phase is in the your combination form. Okay, testing, or you can say that your last phase is your maintenance phase. Okay, that phase we will study in our next slides. That is your second last point. Phases need to develop a software. Okay, there are different phases to develop your software. Then last point says, last objective is to understand the role of planning the software development. Okay, how we will make a plan to develop a software, that we will also study in this subject. There are different type of planning. Okay, that we will study in the concept of your software planning phase. Tamanna, now it is very visible. Okay. Next slides is your introduction to software engineering. What does software engineering means? Okay, this is your definition of software engineering. First of all, your software engineering, what does software engineering mean? Software engineering is an engineering branch associated with the development of software. Okay, software engineering is a branch associated with your development of software. How we will develop our software, that we will study in a software engineering. Okay, this is the branch to develop your software. Okay, or you can say that software product using well-defined scientific principles. Okay, means a proper standards, that is scientific principles, methods and procedure. To develop a software, we will follow a proper methods, procedures and standard. Okay, to develop a proper software. If we will not go through these principles or standard, we will develop any type of software, it is of not use. No one can use that application or that software. Okay, nowadays customer wants a effective software, a reliable software, a easy to use software. Okay, easy to use. You are using your online application that is easy to use without any knowledge of any coding. They made an attractive interfaces. Okay, the software developer of online application like a Mantra, like your Facebook, they have made it a proper GUI, graphical user interface. They are using a proper modules they are made, and you are use that product easily. The same way, if we are developing any type of software, the user or a customer need effective software. Okay, and that effective software can be developed when you are go through these scientific principles. There should be a proper method used, and procedure is properly used to develop a proper software. Okay, the outcome of software engineering is an effective and reliable product. Okay, the definition of this software engineering, the last line told you that your software product means your software that you have developed should be effective and it is reliable. Then your software will be say that it is a good quality product. Okay, and this all we will study how we will make our product effective and reliable when we will study each and every concept of our software. Okay, this is the outcome of your software engineering. That is, software engineering is an effective, it is an efficient and reliable software product that we have to develop an efficient and reliable product. Then next definition is defined by your IEEE, and this is the standard IEEE. What does it IEEE defines that? That is the definition of your software engineering, that the application of your systematic means you have to develop an application as a systematic way, in a disciplined manner, and in a quantifiable approach. Quantifiable means the user that are using that software can easily use that product. That is a quantifiable means. Okay, disciplined means proper modules can be made. Okay, they are interact or connected with each other. Different modules are like when we will log in our Facebook, after logging our Facebook, our complete profile is open. Then we will there are different modules. We will check our friend requests, we will go to a messenger. These are the different modules. This is a disciplined and systematic way. Okay, like that we have to develop a product or a software so that user can use it easily. Okay, and IEEE defines your software engineering as the application of systematic, disciplined, quantifiable approach to develop and operation and to maintain your software. Okay, first we have to develop our product while using our software techniques and have a good knowledge of programming language. Then we have to operate that product, or we will go through the feedback of the users, and then we will have to maintain the product. Okay, when you will like we are the users, we are going to use an online application, and we will give feedback on that product or that application, that this is toughest to use, or we will not use this product further. And the organization check that feedback and maintain that product according to the user's requirement. And that IEEE defines that the application of your product should be in a systematic way, disciplined manner should be there, quantifiable product should be there. Okay, so that it can be developed in a systematic way and it should be maintained. Okay, that IEEE defines. Then there is your software evaluation. What does software evolution means. Okay, the process of developing a software product using software engineering principles and methods. Okay, and this principle and method is your standards. Okay, we have to develop our product in a proper methods, in a proper way. Okay, and this software evaluation includes the initial development of software, and it maintains and update your product time to time. Okay, that's evaluation means. If you develop now, listen carefully. What does evaluation means? If you are using your Android and Androids launched in 2005, near about. Okay, your Android, your software of your mobile phone, that is Android. Okay, Android or Mac or iOS, these are the operating system. Okay, now we are using Android in our mobile phone, and this Android phone is started in 2000, means this Android is developed in 2005. Okay, and this product is using from your 2005 to till now. Okay, till now it is you in your mobile phones, that operating system, that is Android. That is an evaluation, means from 2005 to till date, that product is in the market, and that is a evolution. Android is a software, and evolution is the process of developing a software product using a software engineering principles and methods is referred to as a software evolution. Okay, the example of Android from 2005 till date, this product is using. And this Android means Google. Android is a product of Google, and Google giving a proper services to his user. Okay, he will launch a new version after 2 or 3 months. Each and every user update that version and take that services. Okay, use that services. That all means your software evolution. Okay, next, that is, this include the initial development, mean from where it is started, of a software, and its maintain and updates. The same way it is your Android started in 2005, and now your Android or your Google maintain that product, update that product each and each and every after your feedback, and after any new update, it will give you a proper update that you have to go through this. If you want to use any type of application, then you have to update your mobile phone, like WhatsApp. They go through a feedback of users that they user want payment module in it. When WhatsApp analyze the requirement, that is user want a payment module in your WhatsApp, they develop that module and update or modify your previous WhatsApp application and provided a update to their user, and user use that product or update that application and receiving that services from a WhatsApp. Okay, this is the type of a example of your software evolution. Okay, it is started from your initial stage, that is your developing stage. Then that organization will maintain that product, update that product, and give a proper updation to his user. Okay, that's a software evaluation means. Okay, here is a diagram in which it will define a proper concept that there is an initial development. Okay, initial development means when we are developing that product. Okay, When we develop that product, we launch that product on internet, and user are using that product, and there is a feedback from a user that the user want this product, this module. Then there is a evolution, means change should be made by that organization. The WhatsApp made that change, made a payment module and update that application. Like a same way, Android will update a new version, okay, and launch that product. Okay, the user of that product update his mobile or use that services. That is a complete evaluation. Okay, that is started from initial phase. Then there is evaluation. Then services is there. If in that services there is any error or there is any bug like structure, then it will patch that product. Patch means it will modify that product, maintain that product. That means patch. Okay. Then phase out means it will deliver that product and user will use that product. If that product get outdated, okay, if there is a new technology is in market and that product get outdated, then we have to close down that product. Okay, we have to close down that product. Then we have to again make a new product or use your existing product and add new feature in it. Okay, that is a evolution is there. Okay, evolution means every time changing should be there. Each and every phase have a evolution. Okay, here it is. Software evolution refers to changing in software. Okay, when there is any technology change or any type of hardware change is there, then we have to change our product. Okay, nowadays your technology is enhancing time to time. Okay, and for when your technology change, then along that we have to change our product also. Okay, that is why your software should change, need change. Your software needs change according to your technology. Okay, that is why software evolution refers to changing in software and maintaining your software. Okay, if Google providing you Android operating system, he maintained that product time to time, and when that product needs change, then Android product have to change. Okay, that's software evaluation means. Here is a diagram. That first concept is your impact analysis. Okay, impact analysis means your product is in market, user are using that product. If there is any requirement from a user, if any requirement from a user while using that product, any user are using that product, then he or she will give his feedback. Then that organization or that product developers will analyze it, release a plan, that is planning should be there. Then they will update their product, release their product and change the request. Okay, and this is the complete evaluation. If any user want any type of update, he will give his feedback. The developer will go through that feedback, analyze it, plan it, update his or her product or application and release that product on internet, and user will use that services. And that's a complete concept of your software evaluation. Started from your initial development and go till your product will not get outdated. Okay. Sorry. Then evaluation starts from, okay, this is also a concept of your software evaluation. It told it as evaluation starts from your requirement gathering phase. Means your first phase is your requirement gathering of your SPLC. Okay, first phase is requirement gather, collect. You have to collect the requirement from user, from customer. If you are making a new product, then you have to gather the requirement from users, from customer, from stakeholders, or from any type of web applications, the application that are built previously, and you have to analyze that product, and you have to gather the requirement from that application also. After gathering your requirement, then you have to plan. Okay, that is your evaluation start from your requirement gathering process. After which the developer create a prototype. Okay, after gathering your requirement, then developer will create a prototype, and prototype is like a toy model. Okay, you have to create a model, or prototype is also known as a toy model, like a toy. Okay, create a prototype of the attendant software and show it to the user. Okay, you gather the requirement. Before developing your product, you have to gather that product, gather your requirement, then plan that product, make a prototype, that is model. You have to make a model and show that model to your user, and user will go through that model. Okay, check that model, the requirement that user gave, the same model is made, and it will work same as it is the user requires. Okay, if it is okay, then the user will give his or her feedback. Then after that, developer will develop that product. Okay, here the line says that after which developer create a prototype of the intended software and show it to the user to get his or her feedback at the early stage. Okay, before developing an original software, he will make a prototype of that. Okay, make a prototype that is toy like structure, then it will show to his user, then user will check it, go through it. If it is according to his requirement, then after his feedback, his or her feedback, his or her means the user feedback, then the software developer will go through his complete step to develop the software. Okay, then the user suggests changes, on which several consecutive updates and maintenance keep on changing too. Okay, after developing your product, then there is a update. Okay, maintenance should be there when a user suggests it. User will go to the developer or that organization that make that product, and he or she will ask for new technology. Okay, then that organization will update that product or maintain that product and give it to user to use it. Okay, this process change to original software till the desired software is accomplished. Okay, and this phase go further and further, and this step means your iteration. This is mean iteration. You made a product. Okay, you made a product, you had you handed over to your user, user use that product, then he want a new change in it or modification he want, then you will modify that product, means developer modify that product. Okay, and this first modification is first iteration. Then after few year or few months, again user want new modification, then again your organization or developer will modify it and give a new software to it, means using your previous code, adding a new feature in it, and hand over a new product to it till the desired software is accomplished. Okay, and this software evaluation means. Okay, next point is, even after the user has desired software in his or her hand, the advancing technology and the changing requirement force the software product to change accordingly. Okay, that I have to explain you, that if there is change in a technology, user want that product according to that technology only, that concept only. Then he will ask or uh, give his requirement to a software developer, and he will developer or that organization will change that product and hand over to his or her user. Okay, that this line means, even after the user has desired software, he have a desired software in his hand, then after technology change, according to that technology change, according to that, he is user want new update for that. Okay, then he will give his feedback to that organization or that to that developer will develop that product, and according to user requirement, he will make a product and hand over to your user. This is the software evaluation. Okay, recreating software from a scratch and go one on one with the requirement is not feasible. Okay, recreating means you have to developer have to recreate his product. If a user want any type of modification, developer will use a previous code and modify that code and hand over to the user. He will not recreate from a scratch. Okay, that is not feasible. It will take time. Okay, it will take time, and it is cost effective. Then user have to pay for that also. Okay, that is cost effective. And software engineering say your product should be efficient and it should be cheaper. Okay, and it should also reliable. Product should be reliable. Okay, then last line says that the only feasible and economical solution is to update the existing software. Means you have to use the previous code and update that, modify that code. Existing software should be updated so that it matches the latest requirement. Okay, like you are using your Android phone for your PUBG games. Okay, mostly student play that game. When PUBG developer make any type of change, modify your game, then it also mentions some type of requirement also. Okay, requirements that this game wants this much memory, that is 2 GB RAM should be there, this type of hard disk should be there, and a platform of this bit should be there. That is a requirement. Okay, according to that, according to that the product should be made. The same way, the user's requirement should be checked, and according to user requirement, the product should be made. That's software engineering's concept tool. Okay, and in this, the software evaluation means there should be a change according to time, according to technology. Okay, that's software evaluation is. Okay, next slide is software paradigm. Okay, what does software paradigm means? Software paradigm refers to the method and step which are taken while designing the software. Okay, paradigm. This will told you, or it will refers that the methods and steps while designing the software. Okay, this is your third phase, designing phase. Okay, first phase is requirement analysis and gathering, second is planning, and third is designing. And software paradigms refers for your when you will design your software. Okay, there are many methods proposed and are in working today. Sorry, that is proposed and are work today, but we need to see where in software engineering these paradigms stand. Okay, and further, these can be combined into various categories, though each of them is contained in one another. Okay, software paradigms refers to your methods and steps to design your product. Okay, while developing your software product, you should have a programming knowledge. Okay, programming knowledge should be there, and there should be a proper knowledge how to design that product. First phase is requirement analysis and gathering, then planning, then designing, and after that there is a coding. Okay, fourth phase is your coding phase. Okay, designing and coding. First of all, you have to design, then code. Okay, that is software paradigm says that there should be a proper method and steps while making a design of any particular software. Okay, then next slide, why we need software engineering. Okay, this is the main concept why we need software engineering. If we have knowledge of programming, then we can develop our product. Okay, then why will study this subject, software engineering? The need of software engineering arises because of higher rate of change in user requirement. Okay, user requirements change frequently. Okay, frequently requirement is changing there. I want something, you want something. Okay, if I am using any application, I am using WhatsApp, I like some modules, I like uh, some another modules, or I do not like that application. Okay, but some user like that application. That is the requirement, user requirement. Okay, that change time to time. The need of software engineering arises because of higher rate of change in user requirement and environment. Okay, technology is also changing time to time. That is an environment on which the software is working. Okay, technology or environment is changing time to time. First you have studied C, then you studied C++, now you are studying Python. Okay, that is the technology changes there, that is why your programming concept is also changed. Okay, that is changing frequently. And first concept or first need of software engineering is your there is a large software. Okay, this is your first concept why we need your software engineering. Okay, if there are large software, if we will use a software engineering technique, we will use proper principles, standards, methods, and proper phases we will use, or proper SDLC method we will use, then that large software can be made easily and it should be effectively. Okay, large software can be developed. It is easier to develop. Example is there, that is it is easier to develop a wall than to house or a building. Okay, first of all you will while you are constructing your house, first they make a walls, then they make a complete building. Okay, first of all they make the walls, Okay, that is a large software can be developed as the size of the software become large. Okay, the engineering has to step to give it scientific process. Means, first of all, we will go through a first phase, we will collect that requirement, then we will analyze it, then we will plan that product, then make a design. First of all, we have to make a design, then we will go through that design, that design can work accurately, then we will go through a coding. Okay, in a proper sequence manner. If we have a proper life cycle, then we will develop any type of large product and large software can be made. Okay, the example is given. While we are developing or building our house, first of all we will build walls, then we will build a proper building. Okay, likewise, as the size of software become large, engineering has to step to give it scientific process. Then we have to use each and every principle, method to develop a product. Okay, scalability should be there. Scalability. Okay, like first when we are using a WhatsApp, there are limited user are there. Okay, there are limited user. When that application get maximum rating, means user will satisfy with that product or that application, more user download that application, mean load on that application will get increased. Okay, that is a scalability, means the user get maximum time to time. Then that product scalability should also be improved. Okay, when user get thousands, then 10,000, then lakh, then crores user are there. According to that, the product scalability should also be increased. That this points explain. If the software process were not based on scientific and engineering concept, okay, if it is not made according to software engineering techniques or concept, it would be easier to recreate new software than to scale an existing one. Okay, if it is not made according to engineering techniques or standards, then we have to create new product. Then we have to create a new product. We will not use a previous code. We will not modify that product, previous product. Okay, we should make a product or a software that it can be scaled up further, means it can be modified. Modification can be there in that product. Like same way we have to develop a product like Android. We are using Android, we are using KitKat, then we have used Oreo, then there is a Marshmallow, then now there is a Red Violet Android version. Means they are not developing again and again that product, only they are modifying that product. That is, they are scaling up that product. Okay, they only add somewhat feature and scale up that product. That this point means, according to software engineering, if we are making a product with a proper standard, with the proper principles, with the proper techniques, then we will scale our product. Okay, we will give best services to our user. That this point means. Next is cost. Okay, as hardware industry has shown its scale and huge manufacturing has lowered down the price of computer and electronic hardware cost. What does cost means? Okay, it means that when technologies change, okay, your hardware cost, when means the product is in demand, your product is in demand, your product sells more. Okay, then the cost of that product changes. Okay, according to a demand, according to a manufacturing units, that product's cost changes. Okay, previous your hardware, if I am talking about your RAM, if we purchase a RAM, that is 2 GB RAM in 2000, in 2002 or 1, then that 2 GB cost prices near about 3000. Okay, but nowadays that 2 GB RAM will be cost 1000 only, 1000 or 1200. Means that cost get reduced because the manufacturing or the competition between that organization that manufacture that product is more. Okay, or demand of that product is more. That is why the cost get reduced. Okay, the same way your software is also there. Okay, your if your software is on demand. Okay, if it is product is on demand, then the cost is maximum. When your product is frequently used in market or maximum users are there, then that product cost less, because maximum user are there are less demand, they are frequently download or use that product. Okay, when there is maximum demand is more, then the cost is maximum. Okay, that a cost means, if you product you have make the product or a software and you will launch that product and you have a few user, then you will make or you will give some amount, means you have to use that product, or user can use that product after paying this much amount. Okay, if you launch that product on internet, you will set some amount so that the user can use that amount. If your product is frequently using or used by your customer, then you will reduce that cost. Okay, that is if it is on demand, then cost is maximum. If it is frequently using, then there is a reduction in cost. Okay, and this point also explain that as a hardware industry has shown its scale and huge manufacturing has lowered down the price of computer and electronic hardware. Okay, if there is a proper manufacturing, then your product cost get reduced. But the cost of software remains high if proper process is not adapted. Okay, if we are not using a proper software engineering concept, then your product is recreated, manufacturing again and again. Okay, if we are not using a proper software engineering concept, then we have to make a product from a scratch. If we are using a proper principles, proper phases, then we have to only modify or add somewhat concept in it, that will reduce the cost also. If we are making a product from a scratch, okay, previously we made a product, it will work for 1 or 2 year, but that product will or that software will go in a crisis, or that product is in a failure stage, then we have to make that product from a scratch, that will cost more. Okay, if we have made that product with the proper principles or phases, then we will face less problems and we will maintain that product easily. If we will maintain that product easily, then we will cost less. That this points me. Okay, then next is dynamic in nature. Dynamic in nature means according to technology, if technology changes, then we have to make a change in that product. like your Android. First, it came with your uh, Kit Kat, then Oreo, then Marshmallow, then your red violet cake, and they are dynamically changing that product. Okay, according to environment. That's this points explain. The always growing and adapting nature of software depends on environment in which user works. Okay, on which user work. If user wants something, then you have to launch a new update. Okay, new update is there. That is dynamic change should be there. If the nature of software is always changing, a new enhancement need to be done in the existing one. Means you have to modify your previous product only. Okay, you have to reuse your previous code, add more feature in it and relaunch it. That is dynamic. You have changes your product using a previous code only. Okay, then quality management should be there. Better process of software development provide better and quality software product. Okay, quality product should be there. Proper management should be there. If there is proper management, then quality should be maintained. Okay, that is a need of software engineering. Large software can be developed easily when we will use a proper SDLC models. Scalability should be there, cost effective should be there, dynamic nature should be there, quality management should be there, and this all come when we will go through each and every technique of a software engineering. Okay, each and every step of a software engineering or a principle of software engineering, then we will succeed with these concepts. Okay, next is same of your why we will need a software engineering. That is, without using software engineering principle, it would be difficult to develop large program. Large program means large software. In industry, it is usually needed to develop large program to accommodate multiple functions. Okay, in industry, it is usually needed to develop large program to accommodate multiple functions. A problem with developing such large commercial programs is that the complexity. Means if we are using a proper software engineering concept, then nothing is difficult. Okay, nothing is difficult when we are going through our software engineering concept, making a product according to software engineering principles or standards. We can develop any type of application or software. Okay, that this slides explain. Okay, next is how effort, time, and size are related with each other. Here, your complexity, this graphs explain the complexity will rise when your size will increase. Complexity, effort, and time. Okay, to develop your product. If the size of your product will increase, your complexity will be increased, your effort will be increased, and you will take maximum time. And this graphs explain. And if we want to make a stable graph, we will use a proper software engineering to make a constant or stable line. Means effort should be same, your time will not be more to develop your product, or complexity should be reduced. And this all done when we will use a proper software engineering concepts. Okay, we have to follow each and every standards to develop our product. Then there is a concept of software crisis, how software get failure. Okay, how it will go to a crisis. Okay, crisis means software is in a failure stage. software product get failed to meet user requirement. If we will make a product without taking a requirement of a user, okay, we are making a product for a user, but we haven't go through the user requirement, then there is a failure. And we have developed a product without using a requirement, go through the requirement of user, then there is always a failure of a product. Okay, user requirement should be taken. That is the initial step. Okay, first of all, ask the user what he wants. Okay, if we will not take any type of requirement from a user, and we will not make any type of planning on it or make a design, then your product is always go to crisis. Okay, fail to meet user requirement, that means you have to take user requirement. That is the first step. Frequently crash, if your product, you have developed your product without any planning, without any design, then your product get frequently crash, and that is also a step of your software crisis. Okay, if it get frequently crashes. Example I will uh, give you. You will listen the name of WeChat application. It is launched in 2015-16, WeChat application, and that application will crash frequently. When you install your product in your mobile phone, it may hang your product, that hang your mobile phone, or it get frequently crash, or that application crash frequently, and that is the software crisis. And after that, that application will not launch on your Play Store or internet. Okay, that is an example of your, if your application or your product or your software crash frequently, that is also a crisis. Okay, expensive, if your product is expensive, then it is also a software crisis. Okay, difficult to alter, debug, or enhance, if your product cannot be modified, it not have a feature of dynamic change in it, or we cannot debug it, or we cannot enhance, means enhance, modify it, then it can also be a crisis. Okay, your product should be in dynamic in nature. Okay, you can change your product, you can modify your product, so that user can use that product according to technology. Okay, next, often delivered late, if your product, means you are manufacturing a product and user want that product on time, okay, means he want that product between 1 month, and you are taking 2 months to manufacture that product, means developer are taking 2 months to manufacture that product and delivering after 2 months, and user want that product between 1 month. Okay, means often delivered late, that is also a crisis. Okay, the same way, when you purchase your online product, okay, you are purchasing online product, that is you are purchasing shoes or any type of gadget. If it that organization or that application or Amazon or Myntra will deliver you that product late, then you will never go for that product or go on that application. Okay, that is also a crisis. Often delivered late, means the product will be delivered late or software will be delivered late. Then last is use resources non optimally. Okay, means while making a product or a software, when I am talking about product, means it is software. Okay, when a developer is developing a product and using less resources, then there is also a crisis. And these are the main points how your software will get into a crisis. Fail to meet user requirement, frequently crash, expensive. Your if the product is expensive, then it is crisis there. Difficult to alter, debug, enhance, often deliver late, or last is your resources. Less resources if it is used while developing a product. Okay. Here is a graph to show you a software crisis. Okay, it is in 1960, your demand of your hardware and software is maximum. If demand is more, your cost is maximum. Okay, I have told you that if demand is more, your cost is maximum. According to time or years, if technology changes, your product is maximum is in use, or software is in use, then its cost get reduces. Okay, at this point your that product cost get reduced. But when it is on demand, then your hardware as well as your software cost is mixed. Okay, then next slide says your factor responsible for software crisis is larger problem. Maximum problem if is there, it cannot be altered, it cannot be debugged, then there is a crisis. Lack of adequate training in software engineering. If I have no knowledge of software engineering, I have no knowledge of programming language, but I can develop any type of small application without any knowledge. Okay, then it is also a crisis. At some point, I will make some mistake. Okay, that is lack of adequate training or knowledge of software engineering, or increasing skill shortage. Okay, that is the knowledge. If I haven't knowledge of programming language or any type of software engineering knowledge, then there is a software crisis. Low productivity improvement. Okay, I will not maintain that product, I will not enhance that product, then there is also a crisis. Okay, then last is your, this is last, program versus software product. Okay, what does program and software product means? And here is a main difference. Program usually is in small size, a single program. If I am talking about program, it is a single program. Okay, that is your a small in size. If I am talking about software product, software is made of number of modules, like your online application, online shopping application, sorry. Okay, that is made of different modules. There is a item select modules, there is a payment module, there is a men module, woman, child. Okay, these are different modules, and that is a larger in size, that code. Okay, that is the first point. Program is usually small in size. Your software means your applications or your software product should be in larger in size. In program, author himself is a sole user. Okay, if I am using a program, I am creating a program, I am the sole user, I am using it. But if I am making a software product, large number of user is the users. Okay, users are maximum in your software product. Then single developer is there in program. Single developer who is making a that program, only single developer is there. But if I am talking about software product, team of developer is there. Okay, payment module made by some another person, another developer. Login module is developed by another developer. Okay, and in between that your men category, women category is developed by another, that is team of developer. Then in program, lack proper use of interface. In software product, well designed interface is there. Okay, and in program there is a lack proper documentation. Okay, no documentation is there. In software product, proper document should be there. Okay, well documentation and user manual should be prepared. And last point in program is ad hoc development is there. Ad hoc, in partition, in parts. Okay, but in software product, systematic development is there, proper sequence manner. Okay, that's all for your today's lecture in your software engineering. And now I will launch a poll. You have to answer it. If you have any question, you can put a message on chat box. And will while time you have to answer your question. Okay, if you have any question regarding a concept that we have studied, you can ask. Okay, and first question on your screen,